Greetings, my distinguished colleagues and external guests. I trust that things are well at home and at work. Together as a nation, we continue to fight the good fight while making steady progress in reducing murders and other violent crimes in our society. Today, our country's murder count is 20% below where we were this time last year. As we discussed a few weeks ago in one of our corners, the next phase of our murder reduction effort must see an even greater emphasis on the domestic and interpersonal type violence. While we have been improving our capabilities to deal with these types of violence, we must move even more stridently into proactive intervention. And so over the past few weeks, I have found myself reflecting on the concept of peace. We speak of it often. We wish it for one another. We pray for it. Yet perhaps because it is so familiar, we sometimes overlook just how much work it takes to create and preserve it. If it were true that peace is simply the absence of violence, then maybe it would not have required so much effort to achieve. And so as we begin another week of service to our beloved country, I want to invite us to reflect on what is peace, a concept so seemingly simple, yet significantly profound. It has recently taken on even greater significance with the addition of peace to the title of our parent ministry. As I stated earlier, at first glance, peace may seem simply like the absence of violence or the absence of crime. While that is certainly part of it, true peace runs much deeper. Peace is the presence of safety and a state of harmony where one is free from violence, war, and worry. The achievement of peace in our society is reflected in the confidence that children can walk to school without fear. Businesses can thrive without intimidation and extortion. Neighbors can settle their differences without violence, and families can look to the future with hope rather than anxiety. It also means that there is confidence among the people that this state of affairs will be sustained. That is the kind of Jamaica we all want. And more importantly, it is the kind of Jamaica that we are building. Colleagues and my fellow citizens, we often look to other peaceful societies and wish ours was as peaceful and orderly. However, we tend to forget that they did not accidentally stumble upon peace. Peace does not just happen. It must be built and protected and is sustained by the everyday choices that ordinary people make. That is what peace building is about. When people hear the term peace building, they sometimes imagine large conferences, international negotiations, or government programs. Those certainly have their place, but genuine peace building begins much closer to home. It starts in our homes, our schools, our churches, our workplaces, and our communities. We therefore must demonstrate our belief that we need not look yonder for a peaceful society. We can make ours one such. It begins when a parent teaches a child right from wrong, when a teacher instills discipline, a neighbor chooses dialogue instead of confrontation, or a citizen decides to do what is right even when no one is watching. It begins when we as members of the JCF ensure that every interaction between ourselves and the citizens is respectful. Every one of those actions strengthens the fabric of our society. If peace building is the objective, then one of the strongest foundations is what scholars call the culture of lawfulness. That simply means creating a society where obeying the law is not driven by fear of punishment, but by a shared belief that the law exists to protect all of us. It is a culture where honesty is admired, integrity is expected, responsibility is embraced, and respect for others becomes second nature. Colleagues, we know that we alone cannot build a culture of lawfulness. While it belongs to every citizen, we must take up the task of being one of the main catalysts in this change. And so, we as members of the JCF are best poised to create an environment that encourages a driver to obey the traffic lights even when there is no police officer nearby. It means a culture of lawfulness requires that each citizen lives up to their responsibility. That is, it is reflected when a shop owner conducts business honestly, when the taxpayer pays what is due, When the parent teaches respect for authority, and when the young person chooses education and honest work over the lure of criminality, we can help to create an environment that supports this culture, but it requires the citizens to be on board. Colleagues, as police officers, we have a unique role in helping to build this culture. We enforce the law, yes, but our mission goes well beyond enforcement. The truth is, we should take no pleasure in arresting anyone. Contrary to what some may believe, an arrest is rarely a victory. It often represents a situation where someone ignored opportunities to make better choices and where families, victims, and communities have all been affected. Our greatest satisfaction comes when people obey the law willingly. Hence, our nobler function is to help create an environment where fewer people choose to break the law in the first place. It is to educate, to reassure, to guide, to intervene early, to build trust, and to work alongside communities so that crime is prevented before it occurs. However, of course, when someone chooses to disregard the law and threatens the safety and rights of others, we have both a legal and moral duty to act. We cannot selectively enforce the law, nor can we stand by while innocent people suffer. Enforcement remains an essential part of our responsibility because peace without justice is neither sustainable nor genuine. But even then, our objective is never punishment for punishment's sake. Our objective is the protection of our society and the preservation of peace. As Jamaicans, we all have a responsibility in this regard. Peace is not something that the government alone can deliver. It is not something that the Jamaica Constabulary Force can provide by itself, nor is it something that can be legislated into existence. It is a partnership. It requires every citizen to reject violence, respect differences, resolve conflicts peacefully, obey the law, protect our children, support our victims, cooperate with the police, and refuse to give shelter and comfort to criminality. Imagine what Jamaica could become if each of us made a conscious decision every day to contribute to peace instead of conflict. Just imagine communities where disputes are settled through conversation rather than confrontation. Imagine roads where courtesy replaces aggression. Imagine social media where disagreement remains respectful. Imagine neighborhoods where residents know one another, look out for one another, and stand together against those who seek to spread fear. These are not impossible dreams. They are practical choices that, when multiplied across millions of Jamaicans, transform a nation. My colleagues, every day that you put on this uniform, you become ambassadors of peace. Through your professionalism and fairness, you demonstrate what a peaceful and lawful society should look like. Continue to treat people with dignity. Continue exercising your authority with wisdom and restraint. Continue to build trust in every interaction. And continue reminding every citizen that the law is not an obstacle to freedom. It is one of the very things that protects it. Together with the people we serve, let us continue building a Jamaica where peace characterizes our socialization. Let us continue to ensure that we look at home rather than out yonder for that peaceful and orderly society that we all so well deserve. A society where there is the presence of justice, where there is respect for all, and where there is respect for the rule of law, and where there is hope. That is a Jamaica worthy of our children. That is a Jamaica worthy of our sacrifices, and a Jamaica worth building together. Because peace is never inherited. It is built every day by ordinary people making extraordinary choices. Colleagues and my fellow citizens, stay safe and continue making a positive difference in the life of someone you encounter today. God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless Jamaica. Walk good.